What if the strength in your legs wasn't just slipping away because of age, but because of something you could change? Every morning it starts the same. You try to stand and your knees feel unsteady. Your calves feel tight. Your legs feel like they're carrying the weight of your entire life, not just physically, but emotionally too. Walking across the room feels different now. There's hesitation. There's fear, there's frustration, and deep down, there's a quiet question you've asked yourself more than once. Is this just the way it is now? Let's get one thing straight. It's not weakness, it's not your fault, and it's not the end. We live in a world that tells us decline is inevitable, that slowing down is part of getting older, that we should accept the pain, the cramps, the loss of strength, and just adjust our lives around it. But what if that narrative is wrong? What if you've been missing something simple, but powerful, that could bring back what you thought was lost? Because here's the truth. Your body is trying to speak to you. Those cramps in the middle of the night, that unshakable fatigue in your legs after a short walk, the sudden feeling of instability that makes you grab onto furniture or hesitate before taking the stairs. They're not random, they're not signs of aging, they're signs of imbalance, and more often than not, they're whispers from a body running low on the fuel it desperately needs. There's a silent struggle happening inside so many people, especially those over 50. Muscles slowly lose their power, nerves don't fire like they used to, and joints ache more often than they stay still. But it doesn't start in the legs, it starts with what goes into the body, or more importantly, what doesn't. Imagine your body like a machine. Every muscle, every nerve, every movement depends on the right tools to function. Vitamins and minerals are those tools. Without them, your muscles can't contract properly. Your nerves can't communicate. Your blood doesn't flow the way it should. Over time, everything starts to feel off, slower, weaker, more painful, and you chalk it up to just getting old. But it's not just age. It's depletion, and that's why you need to hear this. Because if you've been feeling stuck, drained, or afraid that your strength is never coming back, you need to know that you're not powerless. You need to know that change is not only possible, it's within reach. You've just been missing the pieces your body has been asking for. No one talks about this. No one tells you how common nutrient deficiencies are, especially in seniors. No one tells you that most leg cramps, most balance issues, most feelings of heaviness and instability are not random and are not permanent, but they can be addressed, they can be reversed, and you can start to feel strong again, starting from the inside out. Let's be honest, you don't just want relief, you want your life back. You want to move without fear, walk without pain, sleep without waking up to stabbing cramps in your calves. You want to feel the ground under your feet and trust that your legs will hold you. You want to walk into a room without holding onto the wall. You want to chase your grandchildren, tend your garden, climb that hill, or simply go grocery shopping without worrying if your legs can keep up. You want freedom, and that's exactly what this journey is about. By the time you reach the end of this video, you'll know exactly which vitamins your body needs to start rebuilding that freedom. You'll understand why your legs have felt the way they do, and more importantly, what you can do about it. No more guessing, no more assuming, just clarity, action, and the beginning of real, lasting strength. Because you are not broken, you are not weak, and you are not too late. There is power inside of you still waiting to be reignited. All it takes is the right fuel, and once you give your body what it truly needs, it will surprise you. It will heal, it will grow, it will move with strength again. So if you've been waiting for a sign, this is it. If you've been waiting for something to change, this is how it starts. You've made it this far, and that alone means you're ready. Ready to stop feeling limited, ready to stop shrinking, ready to rise step by step into the strength you still carry. And the best part, that change starts today. Stay with this. The strength in your legs and your life is closer than you think. The human body is remarkably intelligent. It speaks in signals: tight muscles, trembling knees, aching calves, restless nights. These aren't just symptoms, they're messages, messages that something is missing. Something your body once had in abundance but has quietly run low on. And that missing piece, it's not complicated. It's nourishment, it's balance. It's the essential building blocks your legs are craving. You see, strength isn't just about exercise. Power isn't just built in the gym or through movement. True strength begins at the cellular level, deep in the roots of your muscles where energy is produced, signals are sent, and healing begins. But that process can only happen if the right ingredients are there, and for many people, especially in the second half of life, those ingredients are dangerously low. You don't feel tired because you're lazy. You don't get cramps because you're fragile. You feel the way you do because your body has been trying to run a marathon on an empty tank. And once you understand that, everything changes. The frustration turns into clarity. The fear turns into focus because now you know where to begin. Every movement your body makes, every step, every push, every rise from a chair relies on a network of tiny reactions inside your muscles and nerves. Those reactions depend on specific vitamins and minerals to work. When those nutrients are missing, the system breaks down, muscles lose coordination, nerves misfire, pain replaces power, weakness takes the place of stability. You start feeling like a shadow of yourself, and no one tells you why, but here's what they don't tell you at the doctor's office. They don't tell you how widespread these deficiencies are. They don't tell you that more than 80% of adults over 60 are low in at least one major vitamin that supports muscle strength and nerve function. They don't tell you that many of the symptoms you think are just aging are actually signals of something preventable, something fixable. You weren't meant to decline this way. You were meant to live with strength, to move with confidence, and it's not too late to reclaim that right. The pain in your legs isn't just pain. It's your body calling out for restoration, for repair, and when you finally begin to give it what it needs, when you replenish the nutrients that time, stress, and diet have taken away, your body doesn't hesitate. It begins to heal, to build, to rise. Imagine walking without the tightness in your calves, standing up without that slow ache in your thighs, sleeping through the night without sudden, electric jolts of pain shooting through your legs. That reality is possible. And it starts with knowledge, because once you understand the root cause, you are no longer a victim of your pain. You become the architect of your strength. This isn't just about avoiding discomfort. This is about something far greater. This is about your freedom, your independence, your sense of control over your own body. It's about reclaiming the life you want to live, the one where stairs don't intimidate you, where sidewalks don't feel like battlefields, where the fear of falling no longer lingers in the back of your mind. And it's not about chasing youth. It's about protecting vitality. There is a strength inside you that hasn't gone anywhere. It's just been waiting for the right support to rise again. You've already taken the first step. You've chosen not to ignore the signals. You've chosen to listen, to seek answers, and to believe that more is possible. That belief is powerful. It's the spark that ignites action. And action is where transformation begins. No one is coming to do this for you, but you don't need anyone else to. You already have what it takes: the courage to face the truth, the strength to make a change, and the will to follow through. And what comes next, what you're about to discover, can reshape the way you move through the world. Not someday, not years from now, but now, because the moment you start nourishing your body properly is the moment you begin to feel stronger, steadier, and more alive. This is not about miracles. It's about science. About understanding the natural tools your body was designed to use. When you start feeding your muscles the nutrients they've been craving, you give them permission to wake up again, to fight for you again, to carry you forward with confidence and strength. So don't settle for survival. You were made for more than just getting by. You were made to rise, to walk, to run if you choose to. You were made to live fully, deeply, and powerfully. Stay with this, because every word brings you closer to the knowledge your body has been waiting for, and once you have it, nothing, not cramps, not fatigue, not fear, will be able to stop you. Strength is not something you lose. It's something that fades quietly when your body is denied what it needs, but fading isn't the same as disappearing. Deep in your muscles, in your bones, in your nerves, the potential is still there. It's not gone. It's waiting for you to feed it, to wake it up, and to let it carry you again. The most powerful way to begin is to return to what the body was designed to thrive on: vital nutrients, the kind your muscles need to move, your nerves need to fire, and your bones need to support you. These are not just supplements, they are lifelines, and when you lack even one of them, it creates a chain reaction of imbalance that slowly chips away at your strength, your balance, your confidence. Let's start with the foundation. There's one vitamin that affects almost every system in your body. Yet most people, especially seniors, don't get enough of it. Vitamin D. It's not just about bones, it's about strength. Without it, your muscles lose tone, your bones lose density, your energy collapses, you can't stand tall on legs that are crumbling from the inside. But the moment your body receives enough vitamin D, it begins to shift. Muscle fibers activate, balance improves, even mood lifts. It's one of the simplest, most transformative changes you can make, and it can mean the difference between struggling to stand and walking with purpose again. But muscle alone isn't enough. You need connection, communication. That's where vitamin B12 comes in. This is your nervous system's power line. When it's low, the signals between your brain and your legs become distorted. That's why you might feel numbness, tingling, or worse, like your feet don't quite know where the floor is. These are not signs of aging, they're signs of a body running low on one of the most essential nutrients for mobility. When B12 levels are restored, something incredible happens. That connection comes back. You feel grounded again, present, stable, cramps, spasms, that sudden jarring pain that wakes you in the night or stops you mid-step. It's your body begging for magnesium. This mineral is the great relaxer. It allows your muscles to let go, to function smoothly, to recover. Without it, your muscles stay tense, overworked, and vulnerable to injury. But when you nourish your body with magnesium, the relief is almost immediate. The chaos inside your muscles turns into calm. You sleep better, move better, and you regain the confidence that pain stole from you. Still, your muscles need more than calm. They need energy, they need rhythm. That's where potassium steps in. This often overlooked mineral is what keeps your muscles firing on time. Low potassium means fatigue, sluggishness, a heavy, dragging feeling in your legs, but bring potassium back into balance and everything changes. You move with rhythm again. You feel alive in your stride. Your muscles begin to respond, not just with motion, but with energy. To power those movements, your muscles need blood, oxygen, circulation. That's the role of vitamin E. It keeps your vessels open, your blood flowing, your muscles nourished. Without it, the oxygen your muscles desperately need never fully arrives. You get tired faster, your legs ache sooner, but restore your vitamin E levels and circulation improves, your muscles breathe again, recovery improves, and you begin to feel a sense of vitality where there used to be strain. And finally, calcium, often reduced to just a bone-building nutrient, but in truth it's much more. Your muscles can't even contract without it. It's the spark that makes movement possible. When calcium is low, weakness sets in, not just in your bones, but in the way your body moves. But when it's present, your muscles gain power, not from pushing harder, but from having the right tools inside to do their job. Together, these 6 nutrients form the core of physical power. They're not luxury supplements. They are survival essentials, and when they're missing, your body tells you, through pain, through fatigue, through limitation. But when they're present, everything starts to change. Movement becomes easier. Cramping fades, strength returns, not just in the body but in the mind, because when your body starts to work with you again, your mindset shifts. You stop fearing the steps in front of you. You stop avoiding movement. You stop shrinking your world to accommodate your limitations, and instead you expand, you step forward, you reclaim the pieces of your life that you thought were behind you. That's the power of nourishment. That's the power of restoring what was lost, and that's the truth most people never hear. They're told to accept decline, to manage it, but you are here because you believe in something different. You believe in rebuilding, in rising, in refusing to settle for a life of less. And that belief is the first and most important vitamin of all, hope. Don't let it fade, keep it strong, feed it with knowledge, with action, and with the unshakable belief that your best days don't have to be behind you. They can be ahead, if you choose to fight for them, and now you know exactly how to start. Hope is powerful. But hope without action is only a wish, and you weren't built to wish. You were built to rise, to move, to live fully. The difference between decline and strength isn't luck, it's intention. The moment you choose to give your body what it truly needs, you cross the line between merely existing and truly living. Think about how much energy your legs once had. How easily they carried you, how naturally you moved without even thinking. That memory isn't gone, it's not a distant dream, it's proof. Proof that your body once had the resources it needed to thrive, and it can have them again. But energy doesn't return by chance. It returns through small, consistent actions that honor your body. Every time you fuel it with the right nutrients, you're not just eating better, you're telling your body, I'm not giving up on you. You're choosing strength, you're choosing to rebuild what life may have chipped away, and that choice, made again and again, is what brings lasting transformation. There's a reason you feel the way you do, a reason your legs have been sending signals, a reason you felt tired, unstable, uncertain, and now you know what that reason is. What your body has been missing, you've named it, you've faced it, and that alone puts you miles ahead of where you were before. Because awareness is the beginning of power. With it, you stop reacting to symptoms and start changing the cause. This is the point where most people give up. They feel overwhelmed. They convince themselves it's too late. They choose comfort over growth, but comfort is not peace, it's stagnation, and your spirit was never meant to stay still. You were designed to grow, to move forward, to push beyond the limitations that others accept without question. The truth is, most people wait for a breakdown before they make a change. They wait for the pain to get unbearable, for the fall to happen, for the diagnosis to arrive, but that's not you. You've chosen a different path. You've chosen prevention over regret, strength over struggle, action over excuse. It doesn't matter how long you've felt weak. It doesn't matter how long you've lived with discomfort. The body can change. It wants to change. The moment you supply it with what it's been begging for, it responds, not slowly, not subtly, but with momentum, with restoration, with resilience. This is not about perfection. You don't need to get everything right. You just need to get started. Start with the basics. Hydrate, nourish, move. Support your body with the nutrients it needs and trust that it knows how to heal. Because it does. That's the miracle. Most people miss. Your body is always trying to heal. Even when you're tired, even when you're discouraged, even when you've given up hope. It hasn't. That tightness in your calves, that's not a curse. It's a call, a signal that there's still something left in you. Something that wants to come alive again. The weakness in your legs, that's not final. It's just feedback. Feedback from a system that's running on empty, but still trying to carry you, so refill the tank. Step into your power. Decide right now that you're not going to let age define what you can and cannot do. You are not your pain. You are not your diagnosis. You are not the slow shuffle or the missed step or the stiffness in the morning. You are more than that, and when you start giving your body the vitamins and minerals it needs to function, that more begins to emerge. Picture it. Waking up without that weight in your legs, taking a step without wincing. Moving through your day with ease, not effort. Not only does your body change, your mind does too. Your confidence rises, your independence returns, your outlook shifts from what if I fall to what else can I do. That's not just possible. That's your future if you choose it. The journey doesn't require perfection, it requires consistency. Feed your body, support your muscles, listen to the messages and answer with action. Every small step builds on the last. Every supplement you take, every better meal, every stretch, every walk, it all adds up. And sooner than you expect, you'll begin to feel something you haven't felt in a long time. Momentum. When you move with momentum, you no longer fight for every step. Your body begins to work with you instead of against you. The exhaustion lifts, the cramps quiet, the fear softens, and what returns in its place is strength, not just in your legs, but in your mindset. This isn't the end of your story. It's the turning point, the moment when everything starts to shift in your favor, because now you have the knowledge, you have the awareness, and most importantly, you have the power to act. No one can do it for you, but you don't need anyone to. The tools are in your hands, and your future, your strong, stable, energized future, is waiting for you to claim it, not someday, not when it's convenient, But now, today, because your body is ready, and so are you, what you do next matters more than what you've done before, because the past is not your prison, it's your teacher. Every cramp, every moment of weakness, every time you felt your legs hesitate beneath you was not just a setback. It was information, a signpost pointing you towards something deeper, and now that you understand the message, you are no longer stuck. You are equipped. The moment you take your health into your own hands, you break free from limitation. Not just physically, but mentally. Because weakness doesn't begin in the legs. It begins in belief. The quiet, hidden belief that maybe this is just how life is now. That maybe decline is inevitable. That maybe you should settle for less. But belief can be rewritten. It can be rebuilt just like muscle, and it starts the moment you decide that your strength is still within reach. This is not just a health transformation. It's a mindset shift. It's the moment you stop asking what's wrong with me and start asking what can I do to rebuild. That single question moves you from victim to leader, from waiting to doing, from fear to forward motion. And that shift is where your power begins. Every single day, your body is adapting to what you give it. Feed it poorly, move it less, ignore its signals, and it will reflect that back to you through pain, fatigue, and frailty. But nurture it, fuel it, give it what it's been missing, and it will respond with energy, resilience, and clarity. You're not broken, you're undernourished, and that distinction changes everything, because what's broken needs fixing. But what's undernourished needs feeding, and feeding your body what it truly needs, those essential vitamins and minerals your muscles crave, is not complicated. It's a decision, a commitment, a simple act repeated daily that builds into something powerful over time. And yes, time matters, but not in the way you think, because it's never too late to make a change. The body doesn't care how old you are. It cares how you treat it. Whether you're 40 or 80, your body will respond. Not because it's trying to impress you, but because that's what it was built to do. It was built to heal, to grow, to carry you through life with strength and balance. And when you stop holding it back, when you give it the nutrients and care it's been waiting for, that natural intelligence takes over. But action must replace intention. You can't wait for motivation to come knocking. You must create it. Motivation is born through movement, through momentum, through seeing day by day how much stronger you're becoming simply because you chose not to stay where you were. And with every nutrient you reintroduce, every walk you take, every small change you commit to, you reclaim a piece of yourself, the piece that once moved with ease, the piece that didn't live in fear of falling, the piece that believed in possibility. You're not chasing youth, you're reclaiming vitality, the kind of vitality that lets you say yes to walks, to adventures, to being fully present with the people you love. This isn't about going back, it's about going forward with strength and intention. You've already proven your courage by getting this far. You've listened, you've learned, you've decided, and now the only thing left is to follow through. One step, one change, one act of commitment at a time. That's how real transformation happens, not in a day, but in the decisions made day after day, especially when it would be easier to stay the same. And here's the truth. The people who succeed in regaining their strength, their balance, their freedom, they are not the strongest, the youngest, or the luckiest. They're the ones who refuse to settle. The ones who hear the voice that says you can't and answer with watch me. The ones who decide that their future is worth fighting for and then fight for it with everything they have, so keep going. Keep fueling your body with what it's been starving for. Keep trusting the process. Keep rising, because every time you move with purpose, every time you nourish your strength, you're sending a message to your body and your mind. I am not done yet. This is your turning point, your fresh start, your reminder that weakness is not your identity. It's just a temporary condition, one that you are reversing with every conscious choice you make. And with those choices, your strength will return. Your balance will improve, your confidence will rise, because the future is not defined by what you've lost. It's defined by what you're willing to rebuild, and right now, in this moment, you hold everything you need to begin. The knowledge, the tools, the decision, it's all here, so take the step, not because it's easy, but because it's worth it, because your strength matters, Your movement matters. Your life, strong, mobile, energize, matters. And it starts now.